Hello and welcome again to the winners for the best of the action in the semi-final round of VFL football. Well, the league came up with a formula whereby the second semi-final was played on the Saturday and the cutthroat first semi-final on Sunday. And it may have been at the expense of a bigger crowd seeing Essendon and Hawthorn, the two heavyweights of the competition in the last 3 years. If they'd played at the MCG today, the crowd might have been well up on the 67,000 which went to Waverley yesterday. In the program, we have both games for you, as well as our viewer competitions, as we take another look at the marks and goals of the year. They come up at about the halfway mark of the show, so be ready with pens and paper poised. Well, firstly, the major semi-final between Essendon and Hawthorn, the teams which have played off in the last two grand finals. They've had some sterling battles, and last year's second semi-final was one of the greatest games ever played. This didn't quite live up to that because of the drizzly conditions, but it was typical finals football with the sort of pressure and spoiling that we've come to expect from them. We join the action 12.5 minutes into the second quarter, Essendon leading by 11 points. And with me are Tim Lane and Jeff Leake.
The rain has stopped and it looks like the Hawks are running with about a 4-goal breeze by the look of the flags. Well done, Langford. Then it wasn't too good. Merritt to Danaher. All Hawthorn. Lester Smith playing a starring role in defence, although Merritt did kick 2 goals in the first quarter. Mighty kick to Robertson just on. Neagle, 2 fresh men on each other. It'll be a free kick to Robertson, but the umpire says you can play on. It goes to Buckenara. Dunstall at centre half forward. At the back, Matthews. He's got a run at the ball now. 45 metres from goal. Hawthorn's first score for the quarter is a goal to the skipper, Lee Matthews.
Play restarts. 14 minutes gone in the quarter, and the Hawks draw to within 5 points. And by any measure other than that on the scoreboard, the Dons have dominated the early part of this second term. So a great effort here by the Hawks to keep fighting, just to keep hanging in. Lester Smith puts them back into attack. Thompson and Matthews again. Well played, Thompson. Good tackle, Dunstall. Matthews, Thompson. Good stuff by the Hawks. They're forcing the Dons backward, but eventually they concede a free kick which goes to Duckworth.
Duckworth's finding it a bit difficult at the moment. There hasn't had a lot of football. Oh, Baker was really under the hammer there. Hanley boots the ball. Oh, and boots it well. Oh, and in minutes, in just minutes, 13-minute mark and 14-minute mark, and the Hawks have jumped right back into it to lead 32-31. Sensational fight back by Hawthorn.
Hawthorn in front by a point. Essendon out of the middle. Merritt. Blocked by Robertson. Not doing much to get it out. And free kick for it too. Good decision. Free kick to Colin Robertson.
Merritt not happy, and I wouldn't blame him. He was in an invidious position. Robertson to half forward. Madden dominating the rucking duels. Michael Byrne not in the contest with him. Langford in front. Ooh, met by Merritt unfairly. And crudely, I thought. 15 metres as well. Brings Langford to the right side of the centre circle, as far as Hawthorn is concerned. The left side on the screen. Madden again. 5 marks. Oh.
Big man for a big game, and Trevor Burton got into the action there. Walsh is playing well in this game. Baker should have tried harder, should have got that one. Langford swoops it out there. Green loses sight of it, allows Langford to come through and pick it up and centres it at half forward. Walsh had it, lost it. Gangly looking fella, improved out of sight. Good play, Walsh. Nice clearing kick. Danaher, no, he's not there. Hughes taken it.
Mew out to centre wing, all Hawthorn. On his knees, John Kennedy to mark. A lead by Morris. Further afield, Russo. Morris, good running. Could be another goal coming up by the defender. What a good kick! Magnificent goal by Morris. Six-point lead to the Hawks, starting the second half. Madden to Elshaw, out of the middle, short of half forward. Could spoil Morris. Oh, Williams, a great hand pass. Watson on the burst. Goal coming up. Oh, but it's a disappointing kick. And you back Tim Watson 99 times out of 100 with that.
And the Dons must be wondering when that next goal is going to come. It didn't come in the second quarter. Duckworth intimidated Di Domenico. Neagle. Oh, and the umpire shepherded Folds out unwittingly. Bad luck for the Dons. Merritt. Good spoil Mew. Good tackle Schwab. Still Merritt, who's kicked two. He swung it back too far. It was a great attempt. 4 goals, 10. And the margin is 4 points. 14 scoring shots to 8. And yet the Bombers are down.
And in that second quarter, Hawthorn were remarkable when they kicked 3 goals straight. Essendon didn't kick a goal in that quarter, and the Hawks led at the half-time change. Nice play here. Loveridge, not as conspicuous as usual to another rover, wingman, utility player, and Russo is run down, but by Harvey, Williams rather, and the Hawks come out with a chain of hand passes, and that kick to half-forward line. It's meant for Brereton. The man in front there is Danaher, who was swung to the half-back line in that second quarter. Elshaw to Clark. To Harvey. Harvey on the backside of the centre. Left boot at this time to the middle, to Baker. And the centre man's accepted it.
4 points the difference as Baker kicks out wide to half-forward flank. Thompson, who started in the back pocket, looks for the pass. Didn't carry to Duckworth, who also started in defence. He goes for goal. And right on the behind line, the mark to Merritt. He kicks back into play, good stuff, and Gary Folds now, almost a certainty, to kick Essendon's first goal since the first quarter. 2.5 minutes into the third quarter, and this will put the Bombers back in front. They have the breeze in this turn. He's done it, and they lead by 2.
Well, this is the scoring end. Expected with a fairly strong half gale.
So the Dons have grabbed the lead again by 2 points. Elshaw puts them back into attack. Morris, super Hawthorn defender.
Elshaw's been in everything at the start of this quarter.
Gets himself into a spot of bother. But Terry Wallace is in position to accept the blind kick just behind the centre. 12 possessions to Wallace in the first half of the match, 13 in fact. Van der Haar's now back in defence. Here's Matthews. Throw. And I'd go along with that.
Neagle hasn't hit his straps yet. Wood started on Di Domenico on the wing, playing on the back line now, and away they go. Nice chain of passes here. Folds, a 223-game veteran and first picked in the Essendon lineup. Deep on the half-forward line. Difficult one there for Merritt. Got to come from behind. Taps it down from Mew to Williams running through. Williams gets a shove, and Duckworth is really out of his depth here at the Days. Too slow, too much out of the match condition. And they've surrendered the ball. Loveridge says, give it to me. And the Hawks are pouring under pressure.
No one to kick to. 15 metres against Baker. Short one to Mew. Centre half back. Elshaw typifying Essendon's tactics. Scragging after the mark. Russo. 4.5 minutes in the third quarter. And Hawthorn going in short passes into the breeze. Now a longer kick by Russo. Byrne is there. Hasn't taken anything all day. Langford at the back. On to Wallace. Matthews gets free. But it goes to Dunstall. Chance here for Hawthorn. Dipper runs at it. Neagle with him. Rushes her behind.
Glum looks on the faces of those in brown and gold. There was a major scoring chance there. Point the difference. 5 minutes into the third quarter. Danaher, oh, that was a good mark. And under pressure too, because it was a risky kick straight down the middle of the ground. Kicks to the centre, to Madden, who's marked almost everything. Langford, fumble. Thompson, good tackle, good hand pass to Hawker. Folds. And now a throw in the Dons half-forward flank.
Interesting Don line-up with Van der Haar and Danaher on the half-back line. Merritt at full forward, Foles down on that forward line. Duckworth, who's a fish out of water on the forward line as well. And Merritt doing the ruck work, of course. Straight on the arms of Lester Smith for Hawthorn. He kicks into the middle. McNamara dipped his head then. Domenico fighting very hard. He hasn't had his influence on the game yet. He hasn't had those long runs as he charges down the field and handballs and picks it up, and his sheer weight carries him through.
Essendon 40, Hawthorn 39. Thompson gets a free kick just forward of the wing and goes long with his kick. Merritt streams at it. Off the hands, it's taken by Baker, but the whistle's gone. A Hawthorn free kick. Mew held by the arm. Now it's to be Gary Ayres.
It's centre-half back for Hawthorn. Low-scoring match, just 11 goals in 2 quarters and 7 minutes. Van der Haar should have taken the mark. Poor kick from Domenico. Danaher, Watson. Don's bursting forward again. Folds doing well on that half-forward flank. Giving them some life up forward. Walsh. Yes, good grab. Fine goal. Great stuff by Kevin Walsh, who's become a versatile footballer in the Sheedy mould this year.
Well, away they go from the centre again, and Lavry just hurled away like a packet of marshmallow. Watson gets away from the tackle. He's got the free kick and moves away. They're starting to run now, the Dons. Had a very ordinary second quarter when the Hawks picked them up and ran past them. Meagle put down. After it, Walsh doesn't know, but Meagle will take the free kick on the centre wing. He's playing against Domenico. Big occasion player, Merv Meagle, but so too is Bertie. The kick, the running Duckworth. Easily knocked away from him by Ayres. Ball out of play, the Bombers 46, the Hawks 39.
Essendon's half-forward flank. Merritt, clean possession. Tries to burrow through. Wallace. Langford a chance. Oh, did well. But then he was caught from behind by Watson. Matthews a hurried kick. And Clark, Matthews' opponent, just inside the centre square.
Dons on top early in the quarter, as they were in the second term. Watson. Too tall for Loveridge. Lead out wide from Hawker. Couldn't quite get the run on there. Baker, who's been a very quiet player. Just about within range. The Dons looking for the short kick there to get a player within range. Baker's 8th kick is very good. And the Dons have kicked 3 in 9.5 minutes in this third quarter. And it's danger time for Hawthorn.
So from a goal behind, they've now stretched up to 13 points in front. The Bombers, Elshaw, a busy player, good around the packs. Down to Baker, just kicked that last one. The perfect back one here, Morris. Here's Duckworth striding out. As I say, oh, and his teammate Walsh leapt into his back and they've lost possession, and then Elshaw ran into a forearm from Morris. It was accidental, more Elshaw's fault, but he gets the free kick.
Tony Elshaw, half-forward flank, out to the loping Watson. Not impossible to score from there. At the back, Madden! How do you beat them? Merritt contesting the mark, Madden coming to help to take his 8th mark for the game. Almost directly in front, and the man on the mark about 15 metres from goal. Abbott warming up for Hawthorn. He should replace Byrne.
Matthews might be coming off.
Madden goes for goal. and steers it straight through.
7.5 minutes later, and the Bombers have added 2 behinds to lead by 21
Back
points.
into the pack. Neagle gets a kick clear. Not a bad kick, 45 metres. Standing start. Walsh, excellent catch on Abbott, fresh man. And Walsh works to the outer side. Clark. Williams dashing past. Good hand pass out in front of Daisy Williams. Oh, well met by Lester Smith. What a tackle. Harvey hardly had it all day. Play on, says the umpire. Clark again.
Weston storming forward. Oh, here's danger for Hawthorn. Duckworth in space. He was a bit slow to realise the chance he had. Oh, it's a loose pass. Mark paid, or was it a free kick? It doesn't matter much. Bryant lays down the law to Peter Schwab, whose father Frank, of course, was a finals umpire in the early 1960s. And now Gary Folds.
Williams also in the hands of the trainers. He doesn't look too good after that sensational tackle by Lester Smith.
Folds kicked the first of 4 in this quarter. He's got the second of 5. This is a runaway by Essendon in the third term.
66-39. The Bombers in front. A tear-away third quarter. Madden dominating the ruck in every event. Good Watson against Wallace. Handley's been quiet, but started well. Kicked a brilliant goal. Russell Green was taken off on interchange. Langford to Loveridge. Beautiful slip around there. The kick doesn't have enough power. Terry Danaher. Terry Danaher lost it. Kennedy can't recover. Desperate. Hungry Bombers. Made sure Kennedy wouldn't get his boot to it. In fact, they're prepared to dive on the opponent's boot.
Ezard back on for the Bombers, replacing Williams. Hawks with a chance here. Brereton. Byrne. Hawker with a back fister. Elshaw, a bit of trouble. Nudged off it by Brereton. But now Danaher, the skipper, to steady. Puts it out in front of Clark. Handley with great pace, closing the gap. But well done, Clark, to centre wing. Weston, Folds with Schwab. Handley again, blocked by Walsh. Schwab, a ball up centre wing. 66 plays 39 at the 22-minute mark.
And the Hawks desperately needing a score. 1 behind only in this quarter, as Kevin Walsh goes for the boundary line and has no trouble finding it. Gary Folds, 2 goals for the quarter. One of the lifters on the half-forward line for Essendon. Madden, much too accomplished for Abbott. Folds again. Touch ball. Play on. Ayres. Awkward for Neagle. He did well. Down goes Thompson. Ball up on the centre line.
Very much like last year's grand final, with the pressure of the players pouncing on the ball. You've got to get rid of it very, very quickly. And the true skills of our game are being shown by both these teams this afternoon. Madden again. Thompson, a useful player. Elshaw, very busy. Harvey can't get into the game. This is Ayres. Dribbled, but waited for by Watson. He's a champion, this fellow. Look at the pass. Duckworth can't get it, but in the square there is Merritt. But oh, he couldn't get it away from him. Mew pinched him.
Great play by Mew. He was in that terrible dilemma situation for a defender. He left his man, he took the risk, but in doing it, he had to make the perfect tackle, and that he did.
Approaching the 24-minute mark, even if Hawthorn can get 1 more goal, they could catch up 4 goals in the last quarter with the breeze. Green, left it behind though, Baker. Wallace, spilled it, goes to Watson. Something coming up here. Tim Watson goes for goal and has kicked it!
Desperate time for the Hawks. The Bombers look as if they're in the grand final for the 3rd year in a row. Thompson. Baker.
improving by the minute, this bloke.
And yet again doing it on the forward line. Final specialist. High for Merritt, but way off the side of the boot, out to the pocket. Ezard. It's a behind. And the Dons piling it on. 6 goals, 5 to 1 behind in this quarter.
Mew. To whom will they kick the ball? Out to Morris. Well, he's been a winner on the back line. A superb second quarter. Marked well and defended well. Tackled strongly. Chases Ezard. Ball across the line. It's Morris. Lester Smith. Mew. Green on that back line. Here's a throw in with Madden and Abbott there. Lester Smith this time clears it. They need a breakthrough here, the Hawks. They're fumbling badly, they're moving slowly, they're moving the ball slowly. Dipper gets it out to Handley, has a quick peep over the shoulder. It's caught. Langford, rather.
The free kick's back to Kennedy. Misty rain at VFL Park. At the Bombers' backs. Kennedy, not a bad kick into the breeze to centre half forward. Interference. Free kick to Weston. On to Elshaw. Pops the short one to Walsh. Neagle. Oh, well done, Merv Neagle. To centre half forward. Muse streams down the ground. The lights are on at VFL Park. Well done, Hawker. Ezard, open goal.
The Bombers led by 8 points at quarter time, but Hawthorn hit a 6-point lead by half time. Essendon goalless in the second quarter. And then Hawthorn goalless in that third quarter while Essendon kicked 7 goals, and they converted a 6-point deficit to a 41-point lead at three-quarter time, and that was it. The finishing margin, 40 points. Folds, 3 goals, Thompson and Merritt each 2, and for Hawthorn, Kennedy and Brereton each kicked 2 goals. So a third successive grand final for Kevin Sheedy and his Bombers, and their performance in conditions which the coach said didn't suit the tall side he picked will make Essendon even hotter favourites for their second premiership in a row. Sheedy was most pleased with his charges.
The players as a team played very well, and they showed me that they're pretty desperate and keen to win this year's premiership, and that's all I look for. We've got a good chance because their want's still there.
And you'll be better in the dry.
Oh, I think so. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty ominous for Hawthorn or anybody else.
Well, I mean, we played a guy like, say, well, we didn't have great marking power today that you possibly may have had in a drive. And I think that our players lifted in position when they were moved. And, you know, that from that point of view, their flexibility was good and they lifted the challenges. And, I know, I'm pretty happy with more dangers after the game than during the game. You know?
And it was typical of modern-day football. I don't think one of your players played in the same position all day. Everyone had to go somewhere else.
Well, I mean, I suppose, I know some people have criticised me for that. But we've won a lot of football matches over the last sort of 3 to 5 years. I mean, even in 81 and 2, we won 16 wins both years. We couldn't even get in the top 3. And no other club's ever done that but us. So we're very unlucky then. But I think just moulding a team that can play in most positions and something's not happening on the day can be beneficial.
And Sheedy promised that the Essendon players would train harder in the next 2 weeks than at any time in the club's history. He's planned an intra-club practice match for next weekend over 6 quarters, and he doesn't mind if it produces injuries because he reckons he has players in reserve. Well, the win really only came in the third quarter when the Bombers kicked 7 goals to 0. At half-time, the Hawks thought they were in a good position, as centreman Terry Wallace tells Clark Hansen.
We were fairly confident that we could go on with it at that stage. They seemed to get a few of their running players working in that third quarter, and I really believe that's where they won the game.
Well, how can you stop them when they do that?
Well, I mean, it's a matter of manning up a few times there. A few of our midfield players got lost and we had two guys virtually on the one bloke, and it's just a matter of us sort of having a bit of a chat and working that out and making sure it doesn't happen the next time.
Is that because Sheedy switches the players around? He's got a versatile team?
I think that helps. Kevin's not frightened to throw them around. I think I would have had 6 or 7 opponents, different opponents today, not so much because I was playing well or they were playing well, but just, he throws them around until he gets the right combination working.
Were you conscious today that they were trying to take you right out of the game, particularly in that first quarter?
Oh, they're a fairly strong team, and, both sides were throwing themselves in fairly hard in the first quarter, and I just happened to be in the way of a couple. But that's what finals football's about, and we expect that from Essendon, and we've just got to take them on.
Modern football, a real merry-go-round. Well, now before going on to today's first semi-final, another look at our viewer competition for Mark and Goal of the Year. Viewers outside Victoria can win a trip for 2 to Melbourne flying Ansett Airlines, 2 nights accommodation at the Old Melbourne Hotel, and tickets to the VFL Grand Final on the last weekend in September. Your competition is for Mark of the Year. Viewers in Victoria can win tickets to the Grand Final, and Victorian viewers have to judge the Goal of the Year. Again, the best 6 marks and goals, as judged by our panel of commentators, taken from our weekly awards during the season. What you have to do is to pick what you think is the best of the year, and you could be drawn out of the barrel by the VFL Commissioner Jack Hamilton next weekend, and be in Melbourne with us the next week. Entries close next Thursday, the 19th of September. So here you go, and good luck. Mark 1, Essendon's Simon Madden, with a ride on an opponent which makes it appear he's hovering in the air.
Roger Merritt, the great team man, then boots it down towards centre half forward. Terry Danaher, a big leap, Madden. A huge leap by Madden. Over the top that he saw. It's his 8th mark, been a prominent player in this second half.
15 minutes gone.
Mark number 2, Andrew Manning of St Kilda, in only his 3rd league game. Lightly built, but what a spring.
We've got to give for 3 goals, by the way. Paul Moore playing well around the centre position. Oh, great stuff by Manning. Boy from Dalesford. I was told earlier today he's got a big future. This fella can play the game, and he certainly can.
Mark number 3, Hawthorn veteran Peter Knights, still going strong in his 17th season. On this day, he kicked 9 goals.
Coming down the ground, left-footed shot. Knights up high! And that was an enormous move.
Mark number 4, Carlton youngster Peter Dean, leaping into an aerial contest that wasn't his.
We'll kick out for Geelong from fullback. Straight down the field he goes. Oh, what a leap by Dean. Over the top he went. Well, of all the players, I thought it wasn't his ball.
Mark number 5, 18-year-old Stephen Silvani of Carlton, with a falling one-hander against one of the league's powerhouses, Roger Merritt.
He's manning up on McClure. Tackling is fierce. The skills are great out there by 2 champion sides. Silvani! What a mark! He's playing against Merritt. Sensational from the youngster.
And mark number 6, Hawthorn's Gary Buckenara, with a running leap and clean catch, the stuff which makes our game great.
And I think maybe a mark to Morwood. He goes on quickly with a hand pass to Neville Shaw. Shaw's kick high to half-back flank. Witts is there. Gary Buckenara. He took a mark a minute ago in the same direction as the ball. That one he had the set and dragged down a screamer.
So there they are, our best 6 marks of the year. Address your entry to Mark of the Year, ABC Sport, Box 1279L, GPO Melbourne, 3001. Nothing inside the envelope, but on the back of the envelope, your name and address, don't forget that, and your nomination for Mark of the Year. Now, let's have a look at the best 6 goals. Goal A, Geelong's Gary Ablett, showing the form which made him Brownlow medal favourite. Pace, ball gathering and long kicking.
Not very well done, Chris Muir. Ablett out points and outruns him and then gets his left foot to it and kicks it downfield for the goal of the match.
Goal B, Collingwood defender Greg Phillips, winning a free kick at half-back and going all the way for one of his 3 goals for the season.
Well tackled, penalised. 2 of them had him, 1 on
arm and you haven't got much hope.
Phillips clears it to a man in the middle. It's Smith. Okay, goes Johnson. But Johnson did the right thing because Collingwood had a man scooting away there. The handball. Phillips looks slow, but he's yards in front. On the half-forward line. The Mexican ball won't bounce right for him. He lets go with the left foot. It'll just about drop in.
Goal C, Fitzroy veteran Bernie Quinlan, showing the determination which has yielded 763 goals in his league career.
Quinlan takes it though on a bounder. High tackle. He did duck his head though, but tackle from Glendinning and another shot by Quinlan is through. Great football, Bernie. 4 goals.
Goal D, Collingwood's first-year player Darren Collins with some wizardry near the boundary line.
Keeps the ball in play. Now a chance for Collins, breaks a tackle and shoots.
Goal E, St Kilda's Greg Burns after a mark and long diagonal run.
Burns plays on, well shepherded by Sidebottom. Sidebottom appealing for a free, but Burns is going all the way. Weaving through them. Go Greg Burns, on the left boot. What a goal! Magnificent goal by Greg Burns.
And goal F, Footscray's Les Bamblett with his customary explosive speed and elusiveness.
Created the last one, Leslie Bamblett. Can he run it up into the breeze again? Second bounce. He's going to do it on his own. Magnificent goal! Fantastic goal by Les Bamblett against the breeze.
So there they are, and for viewers in Victoria, your entries to Goal of the Year, ABC Sport, Box 1279 L, GPO Melbourne, 3001. Once again, nothing in the envelope. On the back, your name and address and your nomination for the Goal of the Year. And you've got until just next Thursday to get your entries to us. Viewers outside Victoria for the Mark of the Year and Victorian viewers for Goal of the Year. Well, we've had a lot of entries already, but let's have a lot more.
Wallace going past. Langford. Good set-up play by Hawthorn. Out wide to Brereton. Thompson coming to meet him. Crashes through. Matthews. Dunstall. What a catch! What a goal! 16 and a quarter minutes gone. 5 points the lead. Bacanara. A cricket catch. What a beauty!
Got it now. Well-placed kick. Watson rode it beautifully. Out to Merritt with a poor kick. Good bounce. Flying shot. Is home. Oh, Wood went straight at the ball. Bit more single-minded. Baker, Williams, Salmon, got it. As the Dons play on. Neagle from forward of the centre. Good chance for Danaher. Morris from behind. Splendid mark over the Essendon captain, who looked to be in good shape.
Not a good sign for the Bombers. They had the game in their grasp early, but they're not going in hard enough at the moment. That's a good attempt.
Now, play of the day is by Essendon's Alan Ezard, who intercepts a Hawthorn ball and follows up with some great wet weather handling to set up a goal.
That hasn't helped him, of course. Long striding rover. Walsh. Yes, thank you.
Kevin Walsh doing everything right for his coach Kevin Sheedy. Abbott. Russo, but intercepted by Ezard. On to Baker, back to Ezard. Good handling with the wet ball. Now Folds loping to goal. This will seal it.
Leading goal kickers with just 2 matches to go, and Simon Beasley got to the 3 figures with 7 for 102. The only 2 others who added to their total this weekend, Matthews got 1 and Les Bamblett got 1 to bring up his half-century on the same day that Beasley got his century. Well, we leave, firstly, next week's preliminary final, Hawthorn and Footscray at VFL Park. It was a disgrace for Footscray last week when they met. Can they do it a bit better next time in the preliminary final? Well, we leave with the goal of the day, and it's a long-raking left footer by Hawthorn's Robert Handley from near the boundary line. He's on his preferred foot, but he hasn't got much to aim at. And in the closing titles, a boundary umpire uses the strong arm of the law in his hamstring stretches before Saturday's game at Waverley.
Duckworth's finding it a bit difficult at the moment. There hasn't had a lot of football. Oh, Baker was really under the hammer there. Hanley boots the ball. Oh, boots it well.